Make the time to invest in yourself. We only have our one body, our one mind, our one life. This is what we have. This is who we are. You need to make the time to invest in that. That needs to be a priority. If you're trying to kick that habit, lose that weight, whatever you're trying to do, you need to make the time and put in the work, because one day that time's going to be gone. And you don't want to be sitting on your deathbed looking back saying, man, if I would have just put an hour a day into reading that book, or doing that exercise, or not going out and eating that fast food. You don't want to wait for that time to think about the time that you could have spent investing in yourself. You need to do it now. You need to make those lifestyle changes now, so that way when you do reach your time, you look back and realize you gave yourself the best life you possibly could. You don't want to look back and think about the things you could have done differently. You want to look back and say, I made the right choices to set myself up. What a life I had. It's too short. Life is way too short to not put time and invest it in yourself, because we never know when our day is coming. And we all talk about not having time. It's an easy excuse for so many of us to just say we don't have the time to exercise, to prepare that healthy meal. Got to grab something quick on the way home. It's because we're filling up our lives with so many other things that aren't worthy of that time. How much time are we spending browsing on our phones because we don't want to miss out on the next big thing? Got to see what everybody else is doing, browsing our Facebooks, our Twitters, our Instagrams. Just non-stop, just browse. How much time are we spending when we do go out and get an unhealthy meal and we come home and eat it, and how long that takes us out of commission? We're sitting down in front of the TV doing nothing because we feel bloated or we're feeling lazy now. How much time goes into all of those things? Sit back, take a look at your day, and think about all the time that's being invested that is not working in your favor. 24 hours in our day, how much of that time is working against you? Do you sleep for 8 hours a night? Do you sleep 7 hours a night? Get up an hour earlier in the morning. Just get up a little bit earlier. Even if it's 30 minutes earlier, get up 30 minutes earlier, start reading a book. Do some exercise, plan your day out. Plan what you're going to do throughout the day. Make use of every single hour that you have. Don't let any time slip by. It's the most valuable thing that we have. There's nothing more valuable than time. Money, superficial things, all that stuff, not important. All that can come and go. But when the clock keeps ticking and that time keeps moving, that's it. That's gone. That will never come back. Every minute of your life that goes by is a minute that goes behind, and you're still moving forward. Nothing will ever change with that. Time will never slow down. Time's never going to stop. You need to make the best use of your time. And you need to find time to invest in yourself, to make you the strongest version of you. Whether that be physically, mentally, whatever you want to do. You want to learn a new language. Is there that book that's sitting on the shelf that you've never touched and it's been there for 15 years? Make the time. Just make the time. It is there. We have the time. We need to make the time. We need to rethink how we're planning our days. We need to rethink how we're investing that time. It's all about retraining the way that we think. We've all developed and got carried into these current habits that we're in. This is a long time of letting it work in and work in and work in to convince us that we don't have time for anything. There's plenty of time there. There's plenty of time. We just need to rethink how to use it, how to invest it in ourselves. If you stop and slow down in your day and take a look at everything that goes on throughout your day, you'll find the time. What you need to do is make the time. Your brain, your head is never there to work for you. It's not your friend. It's going to tell you to sit on the couch instead of getting up and doing exercise for 30 minutes. It's going to convince you to stay on the couch and browse your phone, and you'll do it because that's how we're programmed. That's how we're wired. That's the way that our brain works. It wants to take the easy way out, the safe route, the path of the least resistance. It doesn't want to make that difficult choice. So if you give yourself a couple of seconds to allow those thoughts to stew in your head, and now you're debating with yourself, you're not going to go make that choice. Now you're making it harder to push through that. You need to catch yourself in that moment, and without even thinking about it, you just do it. You just get up and you do it. You're laying on the couch and you're like, man, I should probably go work out. Today's the day. Or I'm going to go pick up that book. Or I'm going to go learn this new thing. Or I'm going to start this new hobby that I've been wanting to do. Don't sit there and stew on it and think about it. Just go do it. Your head is always going to convince you otherwise because there's so much unknown. There's so much uncertainty. There's fear there. What if you fail? What if you don't enjoy it? What if it doesn't work? All these things start coming through, and that starts to cloud your judgment and make that decision. Now you're not getting up and doing anything. And day after day, we put ourselves through this. When that thought crosses your mind, you just jump up and go. When you wake up in the morning, you set that alarm 30 minutes or an hour early, and you know, all right, I need to get up. I need to get up. I'm going to start this day. Don't hit the snooze. Don't wake up and hit that snooze. When you wake up, you spring out of bed. You don't give your mind a chance to think about it. As soon as you wake up, just get up. 2 seconds after you get out of that bed, you're going to feel amazing that you got that morning started the way that you just did. It's getting past those first couple of seconds and overcoming that mental hurdle. That's all it is. That couple seconds right there, and that choice that we make is all the difference in how we can start our day. And that's the same for everything. If you've been wanting to exercise, eat healthy, lose that weight, you give yourself those couple of seconds and you make that choice to not do it, it's all it takes. Now you're in your head with it, now it's long forgotten. But if you push through it, you push hard, you don't allow your mind to overtake that, and you say, no, I'm gonna go do it, and you just get up and you just go. Immediately you're gonna feel so much better because you overcame that. We can apply that to everything in our lives. If you give your head a couple of seconds to get in there and cloud your judgment with that, you're setting yourself up for failure. It's that much harder to push through it because we've been wired and we've been doing things the same way for so long, or we've been told the same things for so long that that's just how we think, that's how we go. The odds are stacked up against us. Make those choices, overcome those mental hurdles, get up and just go. Don't snooze in the morning. When that alarm goes off and you're ready to get up, you get up in the morning, you start your day. Go exercise, go read a book, go do whatever you need to do. Change things up, mix it up. Don't let this control everything, because it will if you let it.